Hello everybody, what is up? Thank you very much for tuning in for another beer review. It's Beer Monster o'clock. And I've got a cheap beer to review today because nobody's got no bloody money because this cost of living rubbish going on. So always good to try and find some cheap options out there for those of you that are struggling. And this is another attempt because they don't often end well, but every now and again we find a little gem. Let's hope we find that with this and not just another terrible beer, because it's an Aldi craft beer, and Aldi craft beer, in my opinion, is pretty shockingly bad. Their lagers are great, but the craft beers are pretty bad. Maybe 1 or 2 out of 10 is okay. That's a pretty low ratio. So most of the time I just end up wasting my money and I hate it. Yeah, I've not had a good one for a while, kind of given up, but I see this today. It's new, and let's give it another chance. One of the few that I have had that are okay are by the Williams Brothers Brewery, and that is who this one's by, so let's give it a go. Their Williams Brothers Brewing are based in Scotland, and this is a can of their Silver Lake West Coast IPA. It's 5.6% ABV, a 440ml can, and it came in at £1.69. So yeah, that's pretty cheap for a West Coast IPA craft beer. Again, they're normally pretty cheap, but they're normally horrible. So I'm not that hopeful, but let's give it a go, shall we? It's 45 IBUs though, and that did sort of make me nipples turn on end a bit, because that is quite a decent bitterness, isn't it? And of course, West Coast IPAs are known for being bitter, and I do like bitterness. So it's nice to see another West Coast IPA, because you don't often see them in Aldi, do you? That's for sure. Yeah, let's crack her open and get her out of the can and into the glass. Let me know if you've been to Aldi. They've just released this, I believe. So if you've tried it already, let me know what you think of it, guys. And I'll let you know what I think. Of course, they're all different. Straight away, if you don't like bitter beers, don't drink a West Coast IPA, because that's what they're known for. That'd be stupid. So yeah, don't buy it unless you like bitterness. That's for sure. Yeah, it's a kind of a hazy sort of yellowy golden colour. Looks quite nice. Probably could have cleaned the glass a bit better, if I'm perfectly honest. We've got a bit of bubble stickage on the bottom there. Good levels of carbonation. Nothing too crazy, but it's carbonated enough. Probably a deep, like, perfect amount, really, to be honest. Got a nice white head. Let's get a little bit more in there. Small bubbles. Well, let's get the nose in there and check out the aroma of this West Coast IPA by the Williams Brothers, Silver Lake. It smells pretty good, actually. It smells nice and citrusy. Oh, it's really inviting, actually, that aroma. It's piney, it's got that resinous pine whiff to it that you want in a West Coast IPA. A little bit of orange as well for me. Just a really nice citrusy aroma to it, and smells nice and fresh as well. So I'm looking forward to chucking it down my neck. Hopefully it'll be alright. But it's alright, smelling good, but it has to taste good. That's the most important thing, isn't it? You get pretty bored just sitting here sniffing your beer, wouldn't you? Got to taste good. So let's chuck it down the neck. Cheers, everybody. Bosh. Wow. That has really, really pleasantly surprised me. Really pleasantly surprised me, because I ain't gonna lie, I was going into this with little to no hope of it being good, and it's actually very nice. I mean, I'm pretty much getting close to giving up hope with Aldi and their craft beers. Not their lagers. Lagers are brilliant craft beers, but this beer gives me hope, because this is different. This is different to the other ones. This is actually decent. I've just gone in there, tried a bit, and it's just smacked me straight in the face right from the very start with a lovely piney resinous, piney, citrusy bitterness. And it really took me by surprise. I knew it was going to be bitter, but this one just came right in the start and just went wallop. There you go, have some of that. And it just put a smile on my face. It just, it's a cheap beer, but it put a smile on my face. I've not had a West Coast IPA for a while. Is it the best West Coast IPA I've tried? No, it's not. But it's the best one I've tried for this price bracket range, I'll tell you that. I mean, one was $1.69. This is decent. This is a good value craft beer at that price range. I don't think you can complain about this at all. Oh, yeah. Love the bitterness. I absolutely love that bitterness. After that bitterness, you're getting like a little bit of malt. It calms down a bit. It relaxes you. And then it just dries the mouth out. It, for me, complements the bitterness really well. The bitterness doesn't really linger. It's just like really punchy, straight out the gates. It gets in there, gets into your taste buds, livens you up, and then it just slowly chills out, leaves you with a little bit of sweet malts and a dryness. And for me, it really, the malts and the bitterness in this beer complement each other really well. The drying is really nice. Nothing too sort of, it just dries out your mouth a little bit. And there's also like a slightly floral hint to it as well, as the beer calms down after that bitterness. And I think it's really good. It is quite thin. It's not the most flavoursome apart from that bitterness, but the bitterness for me is absolutely lovely. I'm really, really enjoying it. That pininess has got like an earthy sort of touch to it as well. Yeah, I'm really surprised. It's definitely better than I thought it was going to be. As you do need to like your bitter beers, as I say, because it does have a big bitterness hit at 45 IBUs. Do I think that's worth a go for £1.69? Absolutely. If you like West Coasts, that is worth a buy for me. I'm really enjoying it. As I say, go in there expecting it to be good for the price. It's not going to compete with like an £8 buddy beer or whatever, do you know what I mean? But this is £1.69. I think it's fantastic for the price. I really do. Even when you go into like your Asda's and your Tesco and stuff like that, this will cost you £3, £3.50 all day long. So, this is like half the price. Good quality beer. Absolutely love it. One thing that impresses me as well is it tastes so fresh. It really does taste nice and fresh. Got a slight haze as well in there. I'm going to give this an 8.8 out of 10. I'm really impressed for the price. That's definitely getting an extra mark just for the price. Just for value for money. I'll definitely be picking some more of these up, especially if you just fancy something nice and bitter. It's going to do the job. Would like to have added to a bit more body, but it's also somewhat sessionable, isn't it? At 5.6%, you can have a few. So yeah, if you do end up trying this, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. And but I'm going to recommend it. Like I say, good bang for buck beer, craft beer wise, and definitely for me one of the best craft beers in Aldi. Not that that's really saying much because they're all shit. But yeah, this one is not so shit. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Smash that like button if you made it this far. I would really, really appreciate that. It helps the channel out and helps the video gain a bit of traction and all that. And it just makes me feel special to know that you guys hit that like button and consider subscribing to the channel. If you're new around here, if you're already subscribed, thank you very much. You're an absolute legend. And I appreciate you guys that continue to tune in to the channel and give me support and all that. There's a membership down there if you want to join for 99p a month. It goes towards the price of the beer and like new cameras or whatever. Until the next one, bye bye, darlings.